good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Surely it must be one of those. Anyway, I am Dave and I am the Numpty Gamer, and I'm back with another ZX Spectrum video. And this one, I had no plans to do this particular game, but because nobody knew it even existed until a couple of days ago. With the release of Black Mirror Bandersnatch, they also released, surprisingly enough, a ZX Spectrum game called Nohzdyve. Now, this game does actually appear in Black Mirror Bandersnatch, but before we go into the actual game itself, I figure it's worth mentioning about the original Bandersnatch. Now, which was going to be published on the ZX Spectrum by Imagine Software back in 1984, something like that, 84. A lot of magazine adverts appeared for it. As you can see, there's two there and some concept artwork. These adverts appeared to really push the game, but unfortunately, it never appeared. It was going to be published by Imagine, and they went pear-shaped. They went into administration, went bankrupt, and the game was never complete. Well, it was supposed to be these two games, Cyclops for the Commodore 64 and Bandersnatch on the ZX Spectrum, were supposed to be pushing the boundaries for either machine. Now the ZX Spectrum one, Bandersnatch, was going to retail for upwards of £20 now, which is not a it's not a lot of money these days, really. I suppose £20, but you know, it might have been even more, 20, 30, £40. No one's entirely sure. But the games at the time, generally, your full price games back in 1984 were about £5.95, or £7.95, things like that. So it was going to be quite a big outlay. But no, the game itself never actually materialised, which was a shame. But I believe it did appear. Well, it was completed for the Sinclair QL machines, but that never appeared either, which is a shame. It would have been interesting to see what the game was like. Anyway, let's get on with Nohzdyve, as it is from Black Mirror. It's interesting, actually. The film Bandersnatch, or the interactive film released on Netflix, it actually starts on the 9th of July 1984, which is the date that Imagine actually closed down, which is quite an interesting little dig. Right, so we're gonna have a look then at Nohzdyve. Now, frankly, I don't expect this game to be that good, right? Regardless of what's going on, you know, I don't expect it to be any good. Copyright 1984 took us off, so they've gone. They've really gone with the retro feel when they've programmed this, I have to say. And the title screen, I suppose, does look like you'd expect from a Spectrum game back in the day. So let's get going. That's great. So you're quite literally taking a nosedive out of a window. And I'm doing so well here, it's shocking. quality. This is the sort of game that I think would have been quite infuriating. You can only move left or right. There's nothing else to do. And here, you looks like, I don't know whether they're supposed to be pegs or teeth or what. Or whatever. I think that's supposed to be an eyeball. And you just got to drop. You just drop down. I imagine this just doesn't end. And you just drop down, and that start. Anyway, you're just dropping down, dodging whatever they are, and picking the other thing up. Yeah, right. It's playable. It's infuriating. It's got suitably Spectrum sound effects and music, if that's what the bippy bip thing's supposed to be. Yeah, it's not mega. If it had appeared, I can't see like the magazines at the time rating this as being like a quality game, because it's clearly it's not. But then I suppose it wasn't supposed to be, as it was written for Bandersnatch to be released on Netflix. So they probably just got some and cobbled something together. And I'm quite impressed, to be honest with you, that they bothered. I mean, they could quite easily have just knocked up some screenshots and just used them in the actual program, rather than actually mocking up rather than just mocking up a game. I don't know how I'm whinging that. I can't say this is a particularly enjoyable game. If it had appeared as a full price game, you'd have certainly wanted more from it. If it had appeared as a budget game at £1.99 or £2.99, I'd have still wanted more from it. If it had appeared on a magazine cover tape, I'd have been quite happy with it. It would have been a game I'd have probably played for 5 minutes and not bothered with again. Because it's not a great game. It's not a great game. So we're gonna, yeah, that's me. That's it. I'm done. I'm gonna beat my high score. No, I'm not. Right, no, it's not a great game, but you know, like I say, I'm impressed that they actually made it for the program and then released it as a game available for people to play. Get the eyeball, floating eyeballs, all the underwear hanging on the line. No real sort of strategy to this. Just avoid stuff and get munched. Right. That's it. That's Nohzdyve. By Tuckersoft in 1984. Some weird, warped, strange reality of 1984, not 2018. But there we go. That's Nohzdyve on the ZX Spectrum. I'll stick some links in the description so that you can go to the Tuckersoft website and download it yourself. And I'll put some links into a suitable ZX Spectrum emulator as well. I use Fuse, but there are others available. But there we go. That's me. That's Dave the Numpty Gamer. And for this brief video, that's it. I'm out for the day. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another video.